got me falling for you. Sidestep, day trip, pulling me both ways like a cyclone. I think it might happen any day. What do I know? I don't have it your way. Got me for you, falling for you, falling for you. Tell me, do you?
This might be the easiest sweater I ever knit, but it looks like something you'd buy. Hello guys, and I want to present you this knitted sweater. This is really nice design sweater which I did myself, and you will be able to do after this video. It's very beginner friendly and it's very beautiful design. We are approaching summer, so you can ask yourself why to knit a sweater, but summer nights and evenings can be really chilly, so you always want to throw something over your shoulders sometimes. And also if you want to knit it for winter, it's also fine. And we will be going step by step through this tutorial. You will get some inspiration, so let's get into it. I like to start from collecting inspiration for my project. And usually I go to Pinterest, and Pinterest already knows me, so I have different suggestions for my knitting projects. If you're new to Pinterest, you can just search something like chunky knit and see different options where you can grab your inspiration. The structure of this sweater is really very simple. So you cast on 50 stitches here on the circular needles and then divide it in 4 parts, 14, 7, 7 and 14. So this will be your front, back part and sleeves. And also you have 2 stitches for both raglan here and there, like 4 raglan corners. And you need to increase on the raglan corners. I will show exactly how to do it. So you start to knit from top to bottom. You knit like this, and in order to cast on, you just take your yarn like this in your head, take your needle and just do like this. I used these cute ribbons as a stitch markers this time because my needles were so big, regular stitch marker just didn't fit. Let's knit together 1 row, including the increases. So this is really easy and relaxing to knit. You need just your regular knitting stitches where you don't have stitch markers. So here I'm inserting my needle like so, and I'm just knitting the regular knitting stitches. Sometimes you need to move your work through your needles just to be easier for you to knit. So just push lightly like this. So the tension will be also fine for you to grab your stitches and to knit easily. And when you're coming to the first stitch marker, you always have 2 stitch markers together. You pull a piece of yarn from between the stitches and like this you increase 1 stitch. Very easy. Then you knit regularly with regular knitting stitches 2 stitches of raglan. Then you move your second marker to your right needle, and again you put some yarn from between your stitches into the left needle, grab it like this and do your additional increasing stitch. This is how my sweater looks like. I just put my sleeves on the pieces of yarn and I united my back and front line. So now I'm working on the main body. Let's talk about the color combination and the yarn used for this project. So I had this ball of acrylic yarn, of very huge ball of yarn the size of my head. I wanted to knit with it for a long period of time. It had this color combination, very beautiful, and transporting from beige to brown to white and reddish color and slightly violet color. And I paired it with a simple white color of cotton viscose blend. So together is half natural, half acrylic sweater, which I wanted. And this allows me to progress very fast on my sweater, because this is the situation we got now. I mean, I started to knit yesterday. I think this is a pretty good result. And also knitting in the needles of size 9, so pretty thick needles. We have all this magical color combination where your sweater looks like you did it from the leftover yarn, which you did not, but it's giving such a vibe. And the white color, I like white color is uniting everything together. It is uniting all these color changes and combination. And let's try it on. Even when it's not finished yet, I already start to see the shape coming alive. This is the moment I always wait for, when the raglan structure is done and the sweater finally starts to sit on the body. It's still raw, still in progress, but you can already feel the fit and the softness. I'm using irregular needles here for the sleeves and not circular ones because it's just more convenient to me, and I will show you how you should close the gaps under your arm because you do have gaps there. When you come to the last stitch before this place under your arm, where you can see here, I'm showing it, you have some space which you need to fill. So what I will do, I will just cast on some additional stitches, and I will do it not from the very edge but from the second row from the edge in order for it to be more gapless. So I pull the yarn like this, I put it on my right needle, but then I'm not going in the circle, I'm turning my work around and I'm knitting these 2 stitches together, decreasing it. So in this manner I will do all the necessary stitches in between my sleeves, and then when I will got around, I will continue to just knitting in the round. So when you close the gaps like this, you will have nice and round shape, and you just continue to knit in a round. And I will decrease every 3 or 4 rows 1 stitch under the arm, because if you decrease under the arm it will not be visible, and you need to decrease some stitches for the sleeve in order for it not to be very wide at the end. You want it to be narrower to the end. Don't overwork it, the simplicity is what makes it look expensive. This sweater you can style with jeans of any color. You can also wear it with trousers and with different skirts. This is a kind of sweater you throw on and instantly look put together. If you want more modern wearable knits like this, subscribe. I'm focusing on pieces you'll actually wear, not just make.